Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
How about for Karen? One memory you could keep.
Wow.
And everything else disappears.
Yeah. I think it was the day I met her. The day I met Karen, and it's going to sound corny, at a moment when I really least expected to meet anybody. I didn't come back to Hawaii looking to find a girlfriend, or not even thinking about that, or somebody, or ever get married again. And I met her and was being through a friend who thought we should know each other. She was going to move back to Hawaii. She was here building a home. I'd come back. He had a lot of respect for the work I'd done on the mainland. He thought a couple of people who were leading big organizations should know each other. I had a really strange feeling about meeting her. It wasn't because it was romantic. I just sort of knew she was coming into my life. And I was late for the lunch. I was sweaty. I didn't dress up that day thinking, hey, I'm going to go meet the girl I'm going to marry, whatever. When I met her, we just really connected in a very different way than any other woman I'd known. And I remember thinking that. In fact, I'll tell you just a little anecdote on that. So we met, and she had to go back. She was president of Schwab. She was going to wind down. She was going to retire in April. Met her in January. And so a couple of months later, she gave me her phone number. My son was working in San Francisco, my oldest son, Matt, with Wells Fargo. I was going up to see him to help him. And I thought, hey, I'll call Karen. We had a nice lunch together. That's what we had. And I called her, and she got on the phone. But I said, hey, I'm going to be this weekend seeing my son. And she said, no, I'm sorry, I won't be here. But I just didn't feel right about that. I thought, okay, well. So after we hung up, because it felt like, I thought, well, okay, guess I was thinking the wrong thing as it was, but I went up and saw my son. And I remember she was moving back April, and I was coming back one night. I was driving back from Waimanalo. I bought my house, and I was landscaping my house. I was out in the nursery all day. It was a beautiful early evening coming back, and I remember she told me she was going to move back, and it was right around that time. I thought, well, I had her phone number, so I called her. She just came into my mind. I said, hey, it's Rick Blangiardi. She said, I can't believe you're calling me. I didn't know what was going to come next. I said, yeah, you said you were going to move back. She said, I'm sitting here in my hotel room, actually writing you a note at this moment, telling you I'm moving back to Hawaii, and I just wanted to let you know that. And she's like, I can't believe you just called me. So this had this feeling of kismet, That was totally different than when she blew me off a couple of months earlier when she said, I'm going to be out of town, which, by the way, she didn't go out of town. She just said that. She said she had so much stuff going on with Schwab. She had no capacity to even see anybody on a social thing, which I understand and respect, but she wasn't. So, but it was like, wow. So I said, okay, I'll call you in a week or two. She was going to go stay at her brother's house, wasn't ready, and that's what I did. And then we started seeing each other very gradually, maybe once a week, off and on for a while, for a number of months. But I think when I first met her, I had that strange feeling like, okay, you showed up. I've kind of been waiting for you to show up. I didn't know who you were, but I had that sense of connection with her. And we're very different people, but I just did. I didn't know then, as it was, we didn't get married till 6 years ago. We were, friends and lovers for 15 years prior to, if you will. Yeah, took a while.
It's like I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, and I could say this about Karen. I really wish I'd met her a long time ago. We both would have been different. We'd be different today in a way as a couple. It's love at a different stage, right? If I had any regrets, I said earlier I don't have any regrets. It would have been nice. It would have been nice. More than nice. It would have been terrific to have started out in life with the person who I had children with. But this never would have happened with Karen. But to have that same person in my life, because what happens at this stage of life is your life is segmented by those relationships. And so, my kids are part of my life, but they're cut off in a sense too, because there isn't that same continuity as if I was still with their mother. That's one of the things, if I could change anything, I wished that happened, because I think there's tremendous benefit from a holistic standpoint on how you feel and how you can address that, because you both journeyed together, you both parented those kids and all that they did to grow up. My kids are 47, 44, 39. They're adults, right? I mean, big people. Not that it's a disconnect, but Karen wasn't part of any of that. And so it's disjointed in that way. I just wish it could be more fluid.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.